So here I am at Streeter Beach, and this is, excuse me, just been for a long walk. You can see there's a fair few people on the beach, and I've walked from over there, well, somewhere over there. Seems like forever, but it's probably about 3/4 of a mile, something like that. So you see those mountains over there on the horizon. Let me see if I can get a wee bit of a close-up. Well, those are the mountains of Donegal, and set back in there is Donegal Bay. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. It's very hot. I think it's about, well, I don't know what it is down on the coast here, but it's probably about 23, 24 degrees, maybe a bit more. So this is the Atlantic Ocean, the wild Atlantic, and Streeter Beach, this particular beach here, is quite famous for having had several of the big Spanish galleons from the Armada actually wash up here in this bay. And I think 2 of them were washed up here. Must have been a treacherous journey. And of course, in many ways, I'm glad that the Spanish Armada didn't succeed, because they would have brought the Spanish Inquisition with them, and especially to Ireland, which is not what we wanted. Because although there were witches, what am I talking about? Women, some as young as 12 years old. Women were burned at the stake all over Europe because of the Spanish Inquisition. But from what I can read from history, there was only ever one woman burned here in Ireland. Ireland managed to escape the worst of the misogyny. It really is a beautiful day. One of the beautiful things about the west of Ireland is that the ocean is incredibly clear and clean, which is only to be expected, really, when you think there's nothing between us and the United States of America. It's just all water. And of course the rivers that flow into the Atlantic Ocean here in Ireland are relatively clean. See that big mountain there, big square looking one? That's Ben Bulben. And William Butler Yeats is buried in the little graveyard which is underneath Ben Bulben. Not literally underneath it, but nestled at the bottom of it. He died in France in 1939, and according to his wishes to be buried in Ireland, he was disinterred at the end of the war, I think about 1946 or something. It may have even been 1945 when he was disinterred, and his body was brought back to Ireland and he was given a state funeral. And Sligo, of course, claimed him for their own, because this is where he grew up. This is where he experienced the other world and the fairies, the Sidhe, and trod that beautifully delicate thin line between this world and the other world. You know, I'm just seeing tiny little fishies in there. Can you see them? as I was leaving, I spotted these beautiful cattle, these beautiful cows. This looks like one of those Highland cows, with all that lovely hair hanging down over its face. And then there's another beauty just sat there in the grass, just by the sea. This is a little inlet. So this was Bealtaine Cottage at the very beginning in 2004. This was the lane leading up to the cottage, as you can see. And this was the view from the front door. Well, it's a different view now.